It's an incredibly unique form of recreation. There is just nothing else like it. The colors you'll find underwater are colors that you will not find on dry land. Hello, my name is Don Dibble. I started the dive shop. It was the result of a friendly bet between myself and, at the time, the aquatics director for what was then Southwest Texas State University. I was at the University of Texas finishing up a degree, and I was involved in a handball game with this aquatics director. And between sets or between games, we started talking about what each of us did and what our responsibilities were. And he said, "Oh, so you were a Navy diver?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "I have a brainstorm." He said, "I'll bet you that our students would like to learn how to scuba dive. Could you teach them?" I said, "Well, I don't know. How much you pay?" He laughed a little bit and said, "Tell you what, humor me. If I get the university to buy, say, 12 sets of equipment, would you be willing to come to San Marcos one night a week and use our pool, of course, teach scuba diving?" I said, "Well, yeah, sure." He said, "Let's try it, just an experiment, see if it'll work." So he picked Friday night. I did not really know that at this time, but some other people pointed out to me that Friday night, that's not going to happen. There is nobody. This is a ghost town. That first Friday night, he had called me that afternoon, "Come on down, blah, blah, blah." So I decided to come on down. The shock was awaiting me. I was sure I'd told him 12 students, but he had turned away 150 students who wanted the class, and I couldn't believe it. The enthusiasm the students had was incredible. I got my hands on a wholesale price sheet for diving equipment, and I looked at the price structure and the fact that we could sell scuba gear if I had a dive shop. So I opened up this dive shop. So that's how the whole thing started. First week of business, I sold a 35-cent patch. I said, "Oh, this is bad. This is not going to pay the loan." Obviously it grew, and it grew beyond my expectations. It was so busy, I had to create a course to train instructors so I could get help. And this in turn gave rise to a source of instructor trainees. We had a request from some of the students during spring break, "Hey, let's go on a dive trip somewhere." "Yeah, where do you want to go?" "Oh, how about Cozumel?" "That's popular." Yeah, so dive travel started. I was just looking for a way to go on vacation trips, and I have always enjoyed teaching. And one thing just kept leading to another, and it's been fun.
The library offers free computer classes each Wednesday in basic computing skills, such as Internet, email, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Excel. You can also get help with navigating your iPad or tablet device. The classes are self-paced with an instructor and textbook to be used during class. Call 512-393-8200 to register.
The film program here at Texas State is not exactly Academy Award winning. It's a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. The pieces are scattered here and there and need assembling. An effort is underway to solidify a variety of courses into one coherent curriculum. Across campus now, about 18 film-related courses are being offered by multiple departments. Senior lecturer Tom Copeland and other faculty members are trying to create a film major. The big question is, when will it happen?
There's enough classes now to do all of this sort of stuff. As to when this might be a major, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll start the curriculum next fall and then we'll go from there.
Junior Ethan Vaught says although he's gained many skills taking film classes at Texas State, it would be nice if he could earn a degree to validate them.
Our film program teaches you the things that you need to know as far as, the pre-production and the post-production, but those programs delve a little bit more into the actual production side than we can.
Copeland says the reality of show business needs to be addressed so that students can graduate with a better feel for the industry and more connections.
Obviously, we want you to make films if you want to make films and be a part of that process. But the entry level into this business, no matter whether you have a degree or not or wherever you come from, is the bottom rung, which is a production assistant.
The proposed film program will be rooted in the theater department for now, where students will be able to choose among the behind-the-scenes and performance aspects of filmmaking. For Bobcat Update, I'm Isaac Garza.
Jeremy had a way of just allowing everybody he interacted with to feel important and seen and included. He had so much compassion for others. I think I just kind of try and recall him and that spirit at times when I'm struggling. I think Jeremy epitomizes doing all you can to help people during difficult times. And I do think that's why it's so fitting that we've now named the Emergency Stabilization Fund in his honor. Jeremy was part of the scholarship when we were first able to kind of create that and begin to offer that. And I just know he believed in the mission of it so deeply and just felt a sense of relief that as he worked with LGBTQIA students, that if he came to know that there was an unforeseen situation that financially could have interrupted their ability to stay enrolled, that there was a source of support for them. And I think, I would hope it would make him smile. And I think every time we support another student through that fund, I think it will bring him, I hope, a sense of joy.
Jeremy had a way to make everything so real and so incredibly lifelike. There was never anything that he did that was, halfway done. He gave 127 million% to everything that he did. He was a great person who put his heart into every single thing. And that was really the best thing, one of his strongest points.
You could go to Jeremy and just, if he had the time, hopefully, just talk with him about anything. I had a few moments throughout the short amount of time that I was able to know him a little bit more personally, that I would just got to go in his office and chat and offer my services to like his D2 classes, his directing classes, and he was so happy that I was willing to just help out. And I was also able to reach out to him on multiple occasions when I was concerned about certain required courses, and he made sure that I didn't have to take them since I had life experience, which it was equivalent to that. And I thought that was just really wonderful of him to actually take the time for someone he didn't know very well and just open up to me and just really kind of make me feel welcome. And I feel like that was just kind of the kind of person he was, because you could see him walking down the stairs in the theater building and just like waved him, and he was so excited to see you. Even if he hardly knew you, it was just like he lit up in the presence of people that knew him, and that was just lovely.
Jeremy had this gift of knowing when people needed help and just kind of sensing it. And so I've had some issues with depression and anxiety over the years, and like I said, it's like he could sense something because he went out of his way to help me, and he really didn't have to. There are so many students. I remember when I was going through a tough time, would like literally pull me into his office, and like he just like happened to catch me just in the hallway, and he's like, come in my office. And we would just sit down, and he would just go, talk to me. He had a rapport with his students and with me, and he cared, and like you could tell he cared, and like the way your original question was, how has Jeremy helped me grow as a person? And I guess if nothing, he makes me think about the people in my community, my friends, because so many people are hurting a lot. I've had so many people come up to me that I didn't even know that were like, you know, his passing is really hitting me hard because he really helped me through a tough time. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. And so it's made me want to be there more for people and listen, and like even if I can't do anything else, like I will listen to you and be there for you and care about you, because that's what he did.
Everyone to him was family. Like, he was your brother, your father, your cousin, your uncle, your whoever. He was there for you and made you feel welcome. And it's kind of that whole experience of being around him and in a class with him or knowing him personally in any way that's so special and incredible, is just that feeling that he always gave you.
I think Jeremy was such a role model because he was a Latino gay male, because he would talk kind of openly about what spirituality and religion meant with him, and how he was making under kind of meaning of that. And I think his willing to be open and vulnerable, it wasn't easy. Even as, I think, like a faculty member here at Texas State, he still was going through his own hardships and discrimination based on those identities. But I think his openness, being who he was, especially with the students that he taught and mentored, allowed them to grapple with who they were in a very honest and genuine way with him. And I think from that, he probably saved a lot of lives. I've had more than one student say that they were really on the cusp of thinking or planning to take their own lives, and Jeremy intervened. And I think Jeremy was known for doing anything he could to support somebody during a very vulnerable time. I think in being genuine and real, he just really allowed people to understand themselves, and at times when they were ready, reach out to other people in their lives for support and for acceptance, and be able to live more genuinely and fully. And that was a really special gift, because I think in some ways that was Jeremy bringing his own journey into other people's lives and being genuinely himself, and that's not easy to do.